Hello friends, welcome to CharmOp's One Stop Chop Shop. I'm your host Gavin Masters. I'm not CharmOp, but he did loan me this account and it is, I gotta say, like the most endgameiest of accounts that I've seen so far. Uh, I I'm gonna quickly just highlight all the 6 stars that he's got, like this. This is what he's got built out. He's got 3 mythicals. I mean, look at them in all their glory. And this here is what he's got to work with. Today, I want to focus on his Nightmare Hydra team. So let's go check that out. I might want to look at the builds too, but maybe we can look at that after. So we'll go to the clan bosses. We'll go to Hydra, and we're going to go to Nightmare. So he's already got his Nightmare team up here, but he's got a Nightmare 2 team here. So he's got Duchess with these stats and presets. This is what Lydia looks like. This is what Marius looks like. He's got the Archer. He's got a Chrysia, and he's got Supreme Galek. Now I've never run this before, so I'm not really sure what to expect other than big numbers. The only instruction that I got from CharmOp is it's basically full auto, but we have to retarget if anybody gets swallowed. Oh, and because it's the first time, it's got to be set to 2x. Holy crap, look at those numbers go off. I have never seen a 7 million pop out like that before. Okay, CharmOp, this is bonkers. This team is completely bonkers. I'm already loving this. So, CharmOp has told me that I need to check in with him to see if the run is good. I might not bother. I might just not keep it. CharmOp, I hope that doesn't bother you. Just in case there's like a record run here and I don't save it. I mean, this is already a record for me. I've never seen anything like this before. Man, look at them chop off those heads. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're already at 15 million. So I don't even know what I need to do if I need to manually take over, because I don't think anybody's going to get swallowed. So who's up for getting swallowed? It's a Chrysia. So I suppose if there's ever a head that's not dead, maybe she'd get swallowed. Wow, 27 million already. I want this team, guys. I want these champions. So I personally do have Duchess and Lydia. I think that's it. I'm working away at getting Marius, but it takes a long time to get through those missions. A lot of them are time gated, right? I do apologize if the sound from the game is coming out too loud too. I try to balance it, but this game is always very loud wherever I try to balance it. So I'm still not really seeing any threats. I also have to admit, I'm not used to manually doing any of these runs. I will usually just get my team started. I might click on the head that I want to target first, and then I leave it hands off. Because there's so much RNG in this that really I don't think my interference does much good. I get more of a sense that my interference is probably just going to be even worse than the AI, and I know the AI isn't perfect. But anyway, in terms of what numbers to look for here on this account, I think the answer is hundreds of millions. But we'll see how far this one gets. So that's the first swallow. So I'm going to target this head. Hopefully Marius will free her soon. And yeah, that took like less than a turn. So I guess I can work with this. That was easy enough. All right, who's getting swallowed next? It's whoever this is. Ultimate Galek, Supreme Galek, the legendary version of Galek. It's Supreme, right? I believe Ultimate. Yeah, Ultimate's the epic. This is Supreme Galek. You can tell with all these crazy flames everywhere. So the beauty of Marius is he has an enemy max HP damage move that hits absolutely everybody, and it hits them 3 times. It doesn't have the best modifier of all of them, but all things kind of stacked together, it does translate to the best damage. I can't wait to see the endgame screen. This team is insane. Like, it's going so fast, I can't even keep track of what head's alive, what head's dead. The heads keep popping back up, they keep just knocking them back down. I love this team, Charmot. I really do. He actually suggested running all 3 of his teams, but I figured, you know what? I'm just gonna go for the Nightmare team. This is the one I really wanted to see in action. I might do a companion video afterwards in Live Arena, because he does have really good champions for Live Arena as well. I've done this before in Live Arena, but I'll probably do another one, depending on the timing. If it's nowhere near a Live Arena time slot, I might just do a couple classic fights instead. But that's a different video. I'm not going to tack this onto this video. I want to stay focused. I like to have my videos have just one thing, so you know what you're clicking on, rather than, hey, watch me play a bunch of weird random stuff. Of course, I used to do that. I probably still do that, particularly on my best start guide. And then, you know, there's all my Live Arena where I start prattling on about whatever. Which I'm also doing here because I don't want to leave any dead air. I suppose what I could do is add music and speed the fight up. But if you want to speed the fight up, you can of course just skip ahead. So that's why I don't bother. Also, I'm lazy and I don't feel like doing any kind of editing at all. When it comes to covering this game, it feels unnecessary, right? The game speaks for itself, and then my voice speaks for itself. Man, that was a whole 6 million that just popped out like instantaneously. This is so broken. I must replicate this team somehow. So for me, I am never gonna have, I want to say 3 of these champions. There's no way for me to get the Archer. This is the Nerd Gigante Archer from whatever synergy that's from. Monster Hunter? The Monster Hunter games? I don't know. I've never played them. We're up at above 100 million now. But yeah, I actually got all of the other Blade Masters. The only one I didn't get is her. It's a real shame, but she was the only one that wasn't really guaranteed. So, of course, if I don't get a guarantee in this game, it doesn't happen. So then there's also Supreme Galek, another Void Legendary. I am not super likely to ever see him either. So I'll need substitutions. I would love to replicate some kind of damage comparable to this. I will get Marius. So when I get Marius, I will try to replicate comparable numbers. I can't promise I can do what Charmops managed to do on this account, but it is very inspiring. So how about you guys out there joining in? I now have something like 400 subscribers. And I'd wager at least 5 of you tune in. What kind of numbers do you get on Hydra? Like, what's your best Hydra run ever? Mine I want to say mine's probably about 120 million on hard. I think that's the best I've ever done. And then, of course, second best is probably the best start guide, where I just randomly got 70 million. So random. Largely because of Sulfurion. Definitely got to build a kick-ass Hydra team with Sulfurion. So I kind of zoned out there. I get the sense that while I was prattling on, somebody may have gotten swallowed and then freed again. But we're about to get another champion swallowed, so I'm paying attention this time. It's Lydia. The thing is, so Lydia's been swallowed. I'm just going to retarget this head. Not that I think I need to. Oh my god. Oh my god, Acrizia. Just deselect the head. I mean, like, you got these true fears popping up because of the head of torment. It doesn't even matter. Like, normally I try to come up with a contingency for everything that can go wrong against Hydra, and maybe that's part of what holds me back. Maybe that's part of what holds some of you back. Because it looks like basically Charmop's strategy is to just do obscene amounts of damage. And I know that the queen of damage is Trunda. I don't know if Charmop has a Trunda. I think he actually doesn't. I definitely don't. That doesn't even matter, because the horse, Marius, man, his damage is just so extreme. We got Duchess here basically for just universal reviving. If anybody needs it, she's got it. You got Lydia here for universal debuffs, right? She's got the decreased defense, she's got the weaken. None of that gets placed through Poison Cloud. But that doesn't even seem to be holding back the damage too much. You get flames from him. I think you also get block buffs from him. From Supreme Galeg. So I'd want block buffs. The obvious universal option for most people is going to be Sun Wukong. I don't think Sun Wukong is on any of my clan boss teams, but I wouldn't be above bringing him. All right, so we're seeing some knockouts here. I guess this is this the Head of Wrath? Nope. Is he up? He isn't. How did they do that much damage? Wasn't paying attention. Anyway, the other ones are Acrizia, who just does crazy amounts of damage. Her passive just makes her do enemy max HP damage. You have Marius doing tons of enemy max HP damage. And then Nergigante Archer. And I got to admit, I don't even remember what her kit is. Wow, so we're only 12 minutes in. And we're already at 170 damage, 170 million. I mean, I keep glancing over the number and wanting to say it out loud, and it's different by the time it's come out my mouth. So I'm not even sure how all of these champions are built. I think Nergigante Archer is in Relentless. I think I've seen some extra turns proc out of her. My suspicion is a number of these champions are in Relentless. Someone is probably in Cursed. At a guess, Lydia, but I have no idea. And Charmot may not have bothered with Cursed. But I suspect he probably placed Cursed somewhere. If we look at the damage, if I do a single target attack at any point, or I see Hex, I do see Hex, so somebody's placing Hex. Come to think of it, does Nergigantor Archer place Hex? Oh, also, I should probably be targeting this head just to make sure she gets free. Oh, it's not Nergigantor Archer. Who got swallowed? I guess it's a Crizia that got swallowed. Let's try to get her back out. Cutting it close. Well, we did get her back out. Maybe I should stop targeting that head. This is the head that puts true fear on everybody. Although, come to think of it, I think it's impossible to not target it. I mean, half these hits seem to be AoE hits. Wow, look at all that damage getting chunked out. Okay, come on, Duchess. I need you to use that revive. Half the team's dead now. Now he's swallowed Nergigantor Archer. Alright, so let's try to get her back. Uh-oh. I think we're in a heap of trouble. This is where the run starts to fail, I guess. This time around. Really cool team, though. Okay, so that's it. 185 million. I could even take a moment and just ask 185 million good on Nightmare. Let's see if I hear from him. And in fact, you know what? I could just end the video here, whether I hear from him or not. This is what the run looks like. You know what? I would like to take a quick look at the builds as well. I'm sure you guys would too. Now he's answering. Here it comes. I got the ... He's disappeared. Who else is driven crazy when you're waiting for a text to come back and you see the ... and then it disappears? So he says, I can hit between 280 and 400, so I'd say no. Still decent though. Okay, so I'm going to go to the free regroup. Wow, 400 million. And come to think of it, I think I've seen that before. So we go to the free regroup. We've already looked at the presets. Let's just look at the champions. So, who do we got? We got Lydia. Lydia is in just a whole bunch of perception. All of it's fully ascended too. This is kind of amazing. These are the total stats. 506 accuracy. Wow. What else is Charmop saying? Under 250 is a sure reset. I need to hit big to make sure we down it as a clan. Yeah, right on. So who else do we got? Let's see if I can just find them all. the organic way. So we got Nerd Gigante Archer. She is in Relentless. And these are her max stats. I guess you already saw the max stats on the preset screen, but just in case you wanted to see them towards the end of the video, here they are. Here's Lydia. She's in Bolster with some Stone Skin. That's a really nice assortment. And one piece of protection as well, because why not? So you got Stone Skin, you got Bolster. Wow, I really like that. Mine is in Stone Skin plus Regen, but if I had the bolster pieces, I'd probably do this. That's really nice. This is a really nice Duchess charm up. My Duchess, by comparison, has about the same HP. Mine has 300 speed, so she just regenerates really quickly. But she's going to be less useful when it comes to protecting a party compared to what Charmop has here. Wow. And a 6-star polymorph. Bonkers. I love it. So we also had Marius. So he is in 9 pieces of Slayer. And that makes a lot of sense. Fills this champion's turn meter by 5% per each enemy hit by AoE attacks. And then you can repeat damage dealt. So this is how you build them, obviously. Wow. 7,000 defense. 316 crit damage. Nuts. I love it. So who else am I looking for here? I'm looking for Supreme Galek, right? Supreme Galek. He's also in Relentless. Makes sense. And Acrisia. So finally, last but not least, we got Acrisia. She is also in Relentless with 343% crit damage. Wow. Nuts. So man, Charmop, thank you very much for loaning the account. Thank you so much for your service in the clan. As you can see, he's one of the deputies in my clan. There he is in all his glory. This is what his current defense looks like. What does my defense look like at present? It's Dark Kale. Watch out, everybody. Watch out for my trick defense. Anyway, thanks for joining on this very special episode of Charmop Mops Up Hydra. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves.